Can McLaren make Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris work in 2023? This is the question that I've been asking myself, honestly. We're going to see two egos clash. I don't exactly know how Oscar Piastri is because I haven't really kept up with his F2 career that much. I know that he is a extreme talent, just like Lando Norris is, and I know that people compare him to the type of career that Charles had and George Russell, to where they won F2 and F3 in the consecutive years. So I know the guy's going to come in ready to play. Now, let's be honest. Lando has a bit of an ego himself, right?
It's better or not more fireworks, please.
He got beat by Sainz, but just now beat Daniel Ricciardo, a 8-time race winner, an extremely good driver. Probably didn't have the best of years these past two, but an extremely an extremely good driver in Formula One through the years. Can Lando be now a prodigy that's coming in? Can he be the leader of the team? Can he lead the team even with this talent of Oscar Piastri coming in? How will these egos clash? How will the team handle if they're fighting, if they're close, if the races have to come down to a driver one and a driver two? What will be the outcome? I'm very interested to see what McLaren's strategy is. I mean, considering the year that they've had, I want to say that their car in 2023 will be better, but not that much better. I mean, if you look at it throughout the year, from what I saw, that first McLaren car that we saw in the Bahrain testing to the car that we saw in Abu Dhabi, it is a complete difference with not that much pace gained. I mean, maybe I'm getting this completely wrong, but in Bahrain, they were 16th and 15th. Out comes Saudi Arabia. They were competing with the Alpine, and they were on 8th and 7th, exactly with Alpine. So the whole entire year, they kind of kept up with Alpine. Alpine almost, Alonso was actually fighting for a pole position in Australia. I know it probably wouldn't have happened, but the car was competitive enough to get it that close. To him having a couple of purple sectors in a Q3, that's a big deal. McLaren never had that type of potential. Yes, he did get a podium in Imola, but that car looked exactly as it did in pre-testing with a couple of brake fixes. Then, fast forward to Abu Dhabi, completely different looking car, still couldn't beat the Alpines for the most part of the year. Alpines did end up crawling up the field, but the field was always at least a second away, and McLaren felt like a second and a half away at some parts. Aston was also quicker than them. It is interesting to see where this McLaren car will develop into in 2023, but it'll be even more interesting to see how that driver pairing will take that. I think Lando only has a year or two left before he can finally say, you know what, McLaren, screw you guys, I'm going on to somewhere else and better. Contracts will get abolished by that time. Carlos Sainz being one of them, that contract will get abolished. Sergio Perez, that contract will get abolished. We don't know where Lewis Hamilton is going to be in 2 years' time from now. We don't even know where George Russell will be in 2 years' time from now. Could he replace potentially one of those people? Could Oscar Piastri be the one replacing those people? I mean, we know that Oscar is on more than a 1-year contract, probably a multiple-year contract, probably 2 years. He is a rookie, so we will see how he is. He's probably going to have some rust. But if these guys go head-to-head, but they're fighting in a car that can't compete for wins, why would they be competing? Why would that be such an important task? These guys both have huge ambitions. Lando probably more than Oscar, considering he's been in the sport now for 3 to 4 years, and he hasn't been able to get his first win. He has just not been in a car fast enough to do that. I mean, he had potential in Sochi. That was screwed over by the team. I wouldn't really call that Lando's fault. He probably could have won in Monza if the team let him past Daniel, but I think it was safer to take the 1-2 option. Maybe he wouldn't have beaten Daniel. Daniel was fast that day. Who knows? But those are the two occurrences that I can think of. In Imola, he was super fast. He almost qualified second if it wasn't for the track limits. So let's see what happens between these two. I honestly don't think it's going to work. I think Lando's ego might go a little too high, and I love Lando. Honestly, I would love to see Lando destroy Oscar Piastri in the first year. I don't really know much about him. Everything I've read kind of about Piastri hasn't really made me love the dude. Doesn't seem like a very faithful guy, ready to just jump ship. While Lando's kind of quite the opposite. He believes in this McLaren project. He believes that this team can make it work. He has talked about just recently how the front end hasn't been ever really there. And that's kind of something that made me think about Daniel Ricciardo as a front end driver. He's exactly like a Max Verstappen. So if they're saying the front end really isn't there, overtaking is a lot harder. The car really isn't at its optimum. Who knows? Let's see where Lando's potential is. I'm interested to see what you guys really think. How is this 2023 going to plan out for this McLaren team? Will they be close? Will Lando be destroying Oscar? Will Oscar be just that type of talent to destroy Lando? Will he put him in his place? Will that ego go down? You guys let me know. Honestly, let me know. My final conclusion is that I think Lando will beat him, and I think that Lando will have a problem staying with McLaren because they will not be fighting up top. Please leave a like, subscribe, it would mean the world, and peace.